Woody Jackie Dumpson, check it out, because there is another casualty in the war in Chirac. Now, this time around, it's a rapper and a savage that goes by the code name Big Cutthroat. Now, it sounds like a AOL scream name for one of the ISIS terrorists in Syria, but no, this is actually a Chirac savage in the flesh. Now,
what's up, man? This little Chief Mo back with another video, man. Tonight video gonna be about no other than KTS Vine, Cutthroat Vine. That's some of y'all know him as. You see what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure a lot of people who tuned in with my channel already know who KTS Vine is and got an idea of who he is. But for the people who don't know who KTS Vine is or never heard of this guy, KTS Vine, also known as Cutthroat Vine, he was a Chicago rapper, a Chicago artist, and a legendary street dude to most. Not me, but to most. Maybe his homies who looked up to him, maybe his family, but I'm sure he was a street legend to a couple motherfuckers. But anyway, he was a rapper from the southeast side of Chicago. He was he was a GD. He was a GD from Lakeside, to be exact, okay? He a GD from Lakeside. But the set that he claimed Lakeside is a part of a bigger alliance called KTS, which stands for Kill to Survive. And KTS is an alliance broken down into different sets who are all clicked up together, as, you know what I'm saying? You got Lakeside, you got the Pocket Town G's, they, you know what I'm saying? You got the Black Mob guys. I wouldn't really say they as much KTS, but they KTS affiliated. And you got the E Block niggas, which mostly consist of Vice Lords, and they off 75th and Cottage. And it might be a couple more hoods that I forgot to mention, but y'all know who y'all is. Y'all know who, you know what I'm saying? Moral of the story is all these guys claim KTS, and Vaughn was one of the top members he the one that put them on the map. You see what I'm saying? As far as music wise and in the streets, he put them niggas on the map. So he was from Lakeside, and Lakeside they into it with G Herbo and they into it with G Herbo who had No Limit. No Limit with Skeegan Boys. Never Leave My Brothers. You see what I'm saying? No Limit. They basically renegade GDs and renegade Stones who just flip EBK. You see what I'm saying? The No Limits were the Stones. The Muskegon Boys were the GDs, and they came together and made their own shit to go against everybody else. So Vaughn was into it with No Limit and a couple more niggas that I failed to mention. And the type of guy Vaughn was, he was a real street dude. Like, when I say he was a street dude, he was a real street dude. He was a real street nigga. Like, he lived the street life to the max. I'm talking about to the super max. He was one of the niggas to slide on his ops every day and have a shootout. You see what I'm saying? He was sliding on his ops every day trying to get some gone out of this world, you see. It's plenty of videos of Cutthroat Vine and his guys walking on foot, going to their ops hood and confronting them and shit happening. You see what I'm saying? But type of guy he was, man, he was with that shit. He almost took G Herbo up out this shit, man. G Herbo got an interview with one of these interviewers where he talked about how he almost got shot in the head, but the bullet, it grazed his head and it knocked off his hat. You see what I'm saying? But it was close to hitting him in the head. I believe that in that same incident, he got shot either in the ankle or the foot. But one of them for sure, he for sure either got shot in the ankle or the foot, because he was wearing a cast and walking around on crutches for a little bit. And the person who did that shooting was KTS Vaughn. He was trying to kill G Herbo. You see what I'm saying? They hated each other to an extent, but it was that line right there, that thin line that made them mutually respect one another to an extent. Well, let me say this, it made her respect Vaughn. Cause her know what Vaughn was on. He knew Vaughn was one of them niggas. Vaughn just wasn't no average goofy out here running around with no gun. No, he was really getting busy and standing on shit. You see what I'm saying? He was really a spider out here. He was standing on shit. Like, for real. Was times where Vaughn would go to No Limit Hood and shoot that bitch up every day. You see what I'm saying? Just trying to take somebody about this shit. Going to No Limit, shooting that bitch up, and going to they blocks trying to rob somebody. He was robbing niggas from over there and getting, you know what I'm saying? Having bitches set them niggas up to get them robbed and all that shit, bro. He was one of them type niggas, like, you know. But it's a story I'm gonna speak on about Vaughn. This the story. Well, I'm basically what I'm trying to say is I'm gonna give y'all an example of how active this man really was in the streets and give y'all some insight on how he really was. He was a adrenaline junkie. He got high off of getting into shootouts and doing confrontational shit that put his life and others' lives on the line. You see what I'm saying? Like how that nigga C-Day was, how C-Day used to tweet, yeah, killing motherfuckers feel like sex and all that shit. That's how Vaughn was. He got a high off that shit, that adrenaline. He got high off that adrenaline. Doing that type of shit. And this how active this man was, bro. He'll always record himself and others walking to they ops hood and doing confrontational shit and have this shit on video. You see what I'm saying? It's so many videos of Vaughn and his guys walking over to No Limit Hood and getting into it with them niggas. But to the story, it was Vaughn and a couple more of his guys. They was all walking to McDonald's on 79th and either Phillips or Essex. But it's in No Limit territory. It's on 79th off one of them little sad streets. You see what I'm saying? So Vaughn and his guys walking in they ops territory, taunting them and shit, basically. They walk into the McDonald's and they happen to spot some No Limit guys. I know for sure Kobe was in there, and I know for sure what's the other guy name? What the fuck is the dude name? Cairo. The nigga they punched, what a nigga dude punched. And it was a couple more No Limit niggas in there, but I ain't, you know what I'm saying? So long story short, they walk in there and see the No Limit guys, and the No Limit guys, they get real anxious. From the looks of the video, they get real anxious. It's like they ran from KTS because they know what the fuck KTS be on. They know that KTS don't come over to No Limit territory unless it's for some confrontational shit. They already knew that. So when KTS and when Vaughn and the rest of his crew walked through the door, the No Limit guys was running to the back like where the cook's at and all that shit. And the motherfuckers telling them like, no, y'all need to go back up there and all that shit. But Cairo, he was one of the only ones. He down there was the only one that stood his ground. And I give him respect for that. You see what I'm saying? Because they boxed him in the corner and they was trying to make him say fuck his dead homie, you see. But he didn't say it. So one of the guys from KTS ended up punching No Limit Cairo in his face. Because he didn't say fuck his dead homie, you see what I'm saying? They wanted him to look like a goofy and a bitch. So, they would go over there and start a lot of shit with No Limit a lot. So they leave out the McDonald's and shit. Vaughn still recording, and then shots let off. You see what I'm saying? I don't know which count let off says. I can't say which count let off says because I wasn't there, you see. But shots rang out from the video. Y'all can go see this shit. The nigga was recording the whole time, you see what I'm saying? But I know shots rang out. And this nigga was smiling throughout the video, you see what I'm saying? Running around and doing all this shit and hopping around. So that let y'all know he enjoyed doing this street shit. Like, he was really out here doing this street shit to the max. And he was mad disrespectful, bro. He was a mad Vaughn was the type of nigga. He would post his dead ops bodies, bro. He would post the dead ops bodies, well, his dead ops bodies onto his Instagram and diss them niggas. He will even go as far as spitting in the bitch face for listening to Lil Herb music. Like, he was one of them type niggas. Like, he didn't play no games when it came to the streets. It was no tolerance for him. He spit in the bitch face for listening to G Herbo music, man. He bitch slapped the female for merching on his dead homie, which is understandable, you feel me? But it came to a point in Von life where he would get mad at his homies and get into arguments and shit with his homies for not sliding enough on they ops. It came to a point where Von even told some of his homies he was gonna bitch him and kick him off the block and do all this shit to him if they didn't start doing what Von wanted them to do with him, which is go slide on the ops every day. That's what Von was doing. He was posting up on his block, sliding on his ops and doing street shit 24/7, man. And he wanted his homies to accept the same shit he was doing and follow the same route. But some niggas really be, how can I put it? Some niggas be scared. Some niggas just be aware. You see what I'm saying? You got the niggas that's scared and then you got the niggas that's aware. The niggas that's scared, the niggas that was scared of Vine from his hood or, from the KTS Alliance, bro, them niggas, it was like this. They felt the sense of relief when that nigga Vine got killed, bro. Because they felt the pressure closing in on them because they knew what type of nigga Vine was and they knew he didn't play and they knew he meant what the fuck he said. And he said he was gonna start smacking niggas and bitching niggas on his block. Start kicking niggas off the block and kicking on niggas out of, you know what I'm saying? Stop affiliating with them niggas and all that. So them type of them niggas that he was trying to manipulate into doing shit with him, going to slide on his ops that didn't want to do it, they felt the relief when he died. Like, whew, we ain't gotta worry about him doing what he said he was gonna do to us because we ain't want to do what he wanted us to do. Now we ain't got to worry about that no more. Like, we got that burden off our shoulder. And it's always like that. Like, in a lot of these hoods, a lot of these niggas be envious of each other on the low. Don't let this rap shit and all this shit confuse y'all. Like, it's a lot of niggas who in the same hoods who beefing with each other or who got tension and all that type of shit. You feel me? It's just not getting televised like how motherfuckers from 600 exposing each other, how motherfuckers from this hood expose. You see what I'm saying? But it best believe it's the streets, bro. You always gonna have snake shit within your hood, bro. Or just fool shit that you feel is fool within your hood. So Von, he wasn't going for shit though. Like he was not going for shit. He told his guys he wasn't going for shit. And if they ain't accept that shit, then they was gonna have to motherfucking kick rocks and reset elsewhere. So yeah, it came to that point. His death day, like the couple last weeks, he was making a lot of interesting posts on Instagram and shit. Like, I won't even say the last couple weeks, yeah, but the last couple months, I should say. Like, he was really bugging out. You see what I'm saying? Like, he didn't get all them stars and all them cracked stars on his face, up until a couple months before he died. You see what I'm saying? So that lets you know how his mind was. Like, he was in a real dark place. You gotta be in a real dark place to get some shit like that all over your face. I mean, just living the life he was living, doing the shit that he was doing. Vaughn was an extra nigga. He was very extra. And he didn't give a fuck. Like, he was real savage stuff. It's in the streets. Look, I don't know how, but in the streets, it's like, well, how I look at it, it's you always got that nigga, that one tough nigga that everybody just hate, but you know what I'm saying? Like, how can I put it? It's always that one tough nigga who do the most, and then you just feel like, damn, somebody gotta take this nigga out because he doing the most. You see what I'm saying? Vaughn was one of them type niggas. He was out here doing the absolute most, to the point where even his own homies felt some of his own homies felt the sense of relief when he died. You see what I'm saying? Cause Vaughn, he would do shit like this. He would go slide on his ops by himself and do shit by himself and won't tell nobody. And then the ops come through while he on the block with his homies and get the shooting at them. Like, you see what I'm saying? Shit like that. Like, basically getting his niggas and shit, like getting his homies into shit that he was doing. You see what I'm saying? And that's how most of this shit started. Because Vaughn would be doing shit to antagonize. I don't know if I'm using this word right in the right like sense, but like he was initiating wars with motherfuckers. He was doing shit to make motherfuckers come back and retaliate on his hood. You see what I'm saying? And his homies, some of his homies weren't accepting that shit. Like, nah, this nigga, we can't be kicking it with this nigga. He having motherfuckers come through shoot at us every day. But yeah, leading up to Vaughn get killed, he got killed on June, what was it? June 23rd, June 22nd, or June 23rd, 2015. He got killed over on 75th and Ellis, man. That's like the southeast side past. Is it past Highway? I think it's past Highway 90, like in between 94 and 90, the southeast side. He got killed over there. You know, walking and shit. His pops lived over there. His dad lived over that way. You see what I'm saying? But long story short, he was walking this shit, and it was a setup. I ain't gonna really get into details on how he got set up. Killed though, man. They set that man up. But also the drugs played a part. And this is what I tell motherfuckers. Don't be out here walking. Learn from these. Look, if you can't learn one thing in the streets, learn from other motherfuckers' mistakes. Watch what they do. Watch their actions. And if it happen to backfire or if they fail, learn from their fucking mistakes on not to do it. If you know this nigga just got killed, if you know Vaughn got killed walking, look, he got killed walking around. He was high. This nigga, like I said, he stayed hot, bro. He stayed faded off the Xans. He was on lean. All that shit. All them, you know what I'm saying? All the opiates. Xan's not an opiate, but y'all get the point I'm trying to make. He was on opiate. He was popping all them pills and drinking lean. Too much under the influence. He wasn't in his right mind. He was dazed the fuck out. So, of course, he's not really gonna be aware of his surroundings like that, and that he wasn't aware of his surroundings. That's why he didn't duck or nothing. He didn't have a chance. He didn't have time to duck. He didn't have a chance to duck. No, I take that back. He did have a chance to duck, but since he was too high and all that shit, he didn't realize that he was getting shot at until the bullets started hitting him, and then he collapsed on the floor. You see what I'm saying? The motherfuckers was shooting at him. He didn't realize he was getting shot at. That's how crazy these drugs be making these motherfuckers. Like, all them, you know, the lack juice and them pills, boy, to fuck you up out here, to have your ass on that block blacking the fuck out. Motherfuckers run up on you, kill your ass. You won't even know you dead, bro. Like, you so fucking high, you don't even know you stretched out. You see what I'm saying? And in case Vaughn, and in Vaughn case, I mean, that's how it was. He didn't realize he was getting shot at. He didn't realize niggas was running up on him until them bullets actually hit him and he collapsed. And he took his last couple breaths right there. He died at the scene, bro. You see what I'm saying? He died at the scene. From the looks of it, it looked like they stood over him, bro. They looked like they realized stood over him. But I can't confirm that. I can't confirm. I don't know 100% if they stood over him or what. But from the looks of how his body was laying, it looked like they stood over that guy. But yeah, I got a part 2, man. I ain't gonna hold y'all up, man. I got a part 2 to this little series I'm doing about them and shit. But stay tuned in if you rocking with my videos. Like I said, stay tuned the fuck in, man. This LC on 7 checking in and checking out. Gang shit.
These are killers, man.
CT killers, right?
Y'all ain't gotta go nowhere. We finna get some McDonald's before we ain't on there with y'all. Y'all good? These no limbs, man. These are no limbs. Damn, why you back there? It don't work here. Where you going? It don't work here.
Go back there. You don't work there.
We ain't no silver top when y'all good, shorty. Shorty, y'all good. We finna get some McDonald's, shorty.
Say fuck rock, man.
Right now.
Say fuck rock, shorty.
Say fuck rock.
What? Say it. Hey. Ain't no unzipping enough, shorty.
Say fuck rock.
Shorty, say it. Don't be scared, little fuck. Don't be scared, little fuck.
Oh, shit. Damn, he like he just broke your jaw, little fuck. What you came out turned up?
Damn, go fucking fresh. We done. Nice that, man.
I wanted some Mickey D's, fuck.
Do what y'all gonna do, man. Let's go.
Hey, man, cut those. KTS, man. Cut those KTS.
We KTS. No, fuck them. We ain't
Fuck them. No. Hey, man, my niggas out here. We reckless. We out here, we reckless, bro.
Hey, what I say? Hey, what the fuck I say?
No. Shut up. Shut the fuck up, man. Stop running, boy. Fuck.
Oh, back this, drop this bitch ass. Y'all know who we on.
Hey, go right there. They coming, y'all. Come on here. Man,
KTS niggas, we out here, we reckless. We gone, fuck is you doing? Come on. Look, they, oh. Come on, freak. We out here, man. My niggas reckless, man. Hey, it ain't shout out to the Petos, man. They going crazy. It ain't Nathan, you to a boss, man. Hey, shut up! Shut the fuck up! You too loud! Alright, be cool, don't slow down. Down. We gotta be. Gotta get back to the hood, man.